This is Youth Booth, and today, for our very special introspective Valentine's Day Youth Booth, we will be asking, what makes you treat people right, even when it's hard?
What always helps me is when something comes up and you might be mad at someone. Normally what helps me is I know that I know people hate to admit for what they did wrong. So even if like something happens, I always know like it's not worth it to get mad. And treating everybody with respect is always better than trying to get into a meaningless argument.
Just always have a smile and just always treat people with happiness.
Knowing that this person might have a dog and then you could make their dog sad too.
I think always talking it out with someone else really helps. You know, like if one of your friends or teachers or parents did something that made you upset, it's always feels good to vent to someone else about it. You know, because venting, sure, it's the term for talking it out. You know, but it also can be taken literally because you're literally venting out your emotions, and it's just really good to talk about it. And then you afterwards. You realize, once you've worked through it, that it really isn't that deep, and just move on with your life, you know?
Thinking about just the fact that everybody has something going on, and everybody's got some sort of emotions and feelings, and understanding that everybody has that makes me kind of want to treat people right. And so I just try to spread that, and hopefully everybody catches on.
I think that everyone has mistakes and has their faults, and that it's easiest to just forgive instead of holding on to what they might have done to you or someone else.
I think that the way you judge yourself and the way you judge other people are very closely connected, and I think as long as you can appreciate yourself, or when you do appreciate yourself, it becomes easier to appreciate other people. So as long as you can find something that you're proud of yourself for, it can make it easier to find things that you're proud of other people for.
It's a very, I guess, humbling experience if I'm talking with someone who's just has a more positive outlook, I guess, on life. And if I'm not honoring the absent or something like that, and someone is just a lot more positive about it and more concerned, then it makes me want to change myself for the better.
I feel like I'm always mad at people, but I feel like I never express my negative emotions towards people because I would feel worse if I actually hurt them.
So whenever I'm mad at someone, especially a close friend, I just take a deep breath and remember that they've also done good things and that there are positives.
I guess just remembering that it's better to have a productive conversation with someone than to pick a battle.
I think breaking that uncomfortable part of an argument always if I'm in an argument with someone, it always helps me to talk to someone else about it, but I never really want to talk to someone else about it. And afterward, after I talk to someone, I realized that I should have done that in the first place, but I just never wanted to because I felt uncomfortable.
I'm going to say one that's really out there, but fear, because sometimes someone in the friend group will say something that really annoys me or just does something wrong, and I'm wow, I didn't like that, but I don't want to say anything because then I'm afraid that other people will get mad at me, and then I'll be kicked out of the friend group, which is kind of not going to happen, but you know.
I'll say for me, it's just having made plenty of mistakes myself and not wanting to be judged for things I did at my lowest, and knowing that at any given point anyone could be at their lowest, and just wanting to give that extra bit of grace. Yeah, and just knowing that everyone's experience is different.
For me, it's a calm nervous system. What I mean is kind of like what Evan was saying, if some situation or some person or whatever is something has happened to make me heated, then my lizard brain kicks in and is ooh, you need to fight, you need to you know what I mean, you need to retaliate, you need to put someone in their place or whatever, and that's my lizard brain. You need to go back to sleep. I need to take a deep breath, calm my nervous system down, and then my rational brain can stay in charge and can know that me lashing out does not solve anything. Me hurting somebody else would never solve anything. As long as I can keep my nervous system kind of in check, then hopefully I can treat people the way that my brain knows is the way that I would want to be treated and the way that's the best way to treat people.
For me, I feel like you need to realize when somebody says something mean to you and you don't automatically want to, like, drop that conversation and get out of that negative space. I feel like you're going to feel so much better if in your life you just automatically respond with something positive when negative comes to you. And I think changing your lifestyle might be helpful. And just, like, think about your life and think, like, what am I going through right now where I couldn't, like, my well-being, I couldn't just answer something happy instead of continuing this conversation.
I've noticed that a lot of the times when I am tempted to maybe act out of, like, irritation, it's because I haven't, like, gotten enough sleep, or I haven't, like, had the meal I should have had. So, like, honestly, just, like, taking care of myself really helps.
Yeah, for me, this is, like, really simple, but it just always, like, feels really nice to, like, make another person feel good, and, like, it always feels bad to make another person, like, feel worse. Even if it feels good, like, in the moment, in the long term, it always just doesn't feel good, and it just makes you not happy, and it's just kind of worse for everyone. All right, I think that's it for this youth booth. Thanks for listening.